Hello everybody and welcome back to a new episode of Gunpla TV, and I am here once again with my co-host. You all know him as the Boss Man.
I'm Scott.
Scott is back, and he's back to talk about some new Gunpla that we had come in. Oh, by the way, this is episode 275. I forgot to throw that in there.
No problem.
No problem at all.
They'll figure it out. It'll be right after 274.
274, 275, just in case you guys are wondering.
It's a lot of new stuff here, Todd.
We do have indeed a lot of new stuff. So last week, these actually came in last week, but since we had the F91 2.0 come in, it was just too much to all have in one episode. I broke it up, one episode for the F91 2.0, and then one Build Divers dedicated episode I figured would be good.
This is okay. Here, let's watch that.
Sure.
All right. Okay. I'm already feeling old, guys. What do we got here? Momokapool.
The Momokapool.
It's a ball with arms and legs and a ball inside it.
Right, it's got like another Gundam.
Is this like Haro?
Fights inside.
Is this like Haro?
It looks like a Haro, and this is the series. Actually, the reason that we got those new Haro kits was because of this Build Divers kit, or the Build Divers series. They came out at the same time, but that one itself is not a Haro.
This is channeling. Is it the Zugok?
No,
is it, or which is the one that had arms just like that? One of the classic Gundams.
Wasn't it?
I'm
just
blanking.
Kapool? Was it Kapool?
Was there a Kapool? I'm thinking classic Gundam. I thought it was the
Maybe it was Kapool.
We're probably embarrassing ourselves horribly here. But this looks like a fun little kit. I assume the arms and legs are quite posable. And,
and it's got that duck-shaped feet on the bottom there.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. This is kind of the fun stuff that they do with the Gundam Build Divers and the Build Fighters before.
Gundam. Like Gundam Down. That's how I've always thought it.
Gundam Down.
Yeah.
I always say Gundam, and lots of people always comment.
I'll fix you. I'll fix you yet.
Gundam. Gundam it from America.
Oh, you're all fracked up. Would you just please?
Okay, I'll try to keep on going here. So we have two other kits come in. We have the Ogre. The Ogre GNX. I kind of really like the look of this one because I like the big, kind of strong-looking mobile
powerful
suits.
and is this a bad guy because it's screaming bad guy?
You know, I haven't watched the series yet.
Really?
So
Oh, okay.
I'm wondering maybe while I'm building these kits, I should probably queue it up finally. It just started.
Aren't red color mecha almost always bad guys in the Gundam universe?
You know, you would think so, but you never know. It could be good, but probably more than likely you're right. This is going to be a bad guy. I love that nice.
Oh, you see, the cross swords. Yeah,
it's really awesome.
Yeah, it's like those. What do you call those? Like Arabian Nights guys with two huge scimitars.
Right, scimitars. Yeah. There we go. That looks cool. Look forward to getting that one built. And we also had one other biggish looking.
This is looks like super defensive mode Gundam. This is an unpronounceable Gundam. It's the Seravee Gundam Scheherazade. I guess that's a German word. I hope I'm pronouncing it close to the correct word. In katakana pronunciation, it's Scheherazade. But in English, it's not English, I guess it would be a German-based word, Scheherazade. Okay, we're really embarrassing ourselves. Right. This is like the Embarrass the Hosts show. Okay. And this guy, it's kind of hard to see on the box top here because his legs aren't really featured in the art, but he's got these enormously armored legs.
Yes.
Here, which make for quite an interesting design balance that we haven't seen much before.
This guy is obviously based on a 00 Gundam mobile suit. So
00 what?
00 Gundam.
Okay.
Gundam. Yeah, I mean these are all really cool suits. This is, like sometimes you get one kit that comes in, you're just kind of maybe not terribly too excited about it, maybe too skinny, but all three of these kits are really awesome looking.
This for me, even though I haven't watched the show either, if we haven't given that away. This is the kind of thing that I would build anyway because it's going to be fun and cute to have on my desktop. And like when you're on a long, boring phone call, you just kind of want to play with something while you're on those fidget spinners don't do much for me.
Okay.
But I would rather play with something like this.
Yeah, those are cute.
On my desktop.
That's fun. You can just sit there on the desk, pop in that Gundam, or the little mini Gundam inside and out.
Before we embarrass ourselves any further, Todd, why don't we move to a subject we're more comfortable talking about?
Okay, so yes, I have the new 2.0 F91 built. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at that.
This is the we've built it, so we're going to check it out corner. So I'm sure everybody's been looking here since the start of the show. So yeah, let's take him over there and take a look.
Let's take a quick look at it. So here we have it, the brand new 2.0 F91. What do you think, Scott?
I think it looks very cool. It's got, and we talked about this last week briefly, but it's got that sort of, well, appropriate enough, the 90s sort of look to it. It's not too busy. It's still carrying many of the, the design elements of the original RX-78, and it's just kind of been, streamlined a bit. The basic color scheme, everything. Yeah, it's like a, I don't know. This is a weird reference, but it reminds me of the Enterprise, the first Star Trek Enterprise that came out that wasn't the classic series, the original series Enterprise.
You talking about the B?
Was that the B?
Like the really long one?
No, the version that came out in Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
A.
The A.
Enterprise
the first.
A, okay.
Yeah, as compared to the original. So if
right.
if the original series Enterprise was just classic Enterprise, and then there was A, this is kind of like the Enterprise A.
Yeah.
So if that metaphor is working for our fans, that would be great. I just realized something, and now I know why I'm thinking it doesn't look just quite the way it should. You didn't put the logos on the shoulder, man. I mean the F91 logos on the shoulder. That's like the thing.
You know,
it's one of its trademarks.
I really wanted to.
It's supposed to be.
However, and this is a good chance for me to point this out. So
right.
This kit it did come with stickers, but the stickers are just your regular marking stickers. But it didn't come with water slides, but it came with dry transfer decals, and that's where you'll find the F and the 91.
I see.
I figure the dry transfer decals, once you use these, gosh, you only get one chance to get these guys on.
Yeah, you do. They are a little bit of a tension-inducing moment because you can't redo them. You do it right on the first time or you're done.
You're done.
So yeah, it's not like a sticker where you can, in a desperate moment, you can reposition it. And of course, water slide decals are very forgiving.
They are indeed.
But so you copped out and you didn't do the show. Okay.
I copped out and I didn't do it. I remember building another F91. I'm not sure if it was an older Master Raid or if it was the HG kit, but one of the previous ones had like the F and the 91 scribed into the shoulder blades.
Oh, really?
From what I remember. So that would have been interesting because I could have just went over there with a marker or something really quick.
Right. Of course, these days with Bandai's amazing molding and color technology, I wouldn't be surprised to have seen the F and the 91 as parts in red that you could just snap onto the shoulder or something.
That would have been good. One thing I really did like about this kit that I wanted to mention was it did have some really good parts color separation in there. So like you'll notice these small tiny little yellow pieces like here on the waist and the Vulcan guns in the chest. And although not on this helmet that I have on there currently, but this one actually comes with true helmets. This other one has yellow parts for the Vulcan cannons on the side. But this one just has gray.
So what's the story there? Why
all right, that is a good point. So this kit has lots and lots of gimmicks, and one of the gimmicks for this kit is the helmet. So this one that I'm holding here in my hand is like a plain standard helmet. And for this one, actually, while I'm holding it here, I want to mention something. You have an option to build it with this face, or they have like another different kind of face, so you can swap it out and change.
So in one
like,
he's smiling, and the other he's frowning or angry. Or
right, it's got like these extra lines in there. They call it what do they call it? The open gimmick. They just call it the open gimmick, or that I should say. But the one that I chose, and maybe it might be easier, just so you guys can see it.
Yeah, let's see if we can
pop this off.
Bring it into frame here.
Okay, there we go. All right, so this one has the gimmick built in, so you don't have to like swap the parts out. All you need to do is you are going to open up the flap on the side here.
That's the gimmick. Oh,
and you can. There's another flap here. Let me see if we can get that.
Yeah. That's
in focus there. And so you kind of just push that side back, and then you should be able to close the helmet back on.
So he has deployable jowls or something. I don't know how else to describe that. Okay.
Basically, that's how
now
it
they've
would be.
popped off. Okay.
And now they've popped off, but usually that happens on camera. You can kind of see it there.
Right. Okay.
So you have a choice. This one you can open up and you can change the faceplate around without having to swap parts.
Is that going to make that big of a difference in the appearance?
You know, I was looking at it, and it's not really that huge of a difference, to be honest.
I'm trying to compare these here, and I'm not... It's like on one, he's kind of got a nose.
He's got
I don't know how else to describe
a slightly ribbed nose
it's
there.
like a little nose. Yeah.
Let me see if I can pop this back on.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, that is one of the gimmicks on this kit that they have. Another one, and this one it's going to be a bit hard for me to show it off, is they have the waist unit actually has kind of like a joint to it, so it has more flexibility in the waist, and I'm not going to be able to pull that off on camera. So maybe we'll see.
Because spoilers, I'm seeing wires, I think.
That is another thing that I'm going to talk about later, but let's get another mention in here about the other gimmicks. And let me take off that shield so you can see this. So the knee for this kit is not just your standard double jointed knee. They are calling this the, what was it, like a 3-axis structure in the knee. So you have your usual double jointed knee. Let me see if I can keep that on camera. But they've added like another pivot or joint at the bottom of it that allows the knee to kind of pop out a bit extra. So you get more flexibility with posing on this guy.
Okay, so the leg, as usual, can come way back.
Yeah, this guy can, not that far back. As I pull it up.
Well, we've all been there, Todd, don't worry.
Oh gosh, I've been there quite a bit. But yeah, so you got some extra flexibility, I should say, going on with this kit. Now, the wires that you also noticed here on the back. One other gimmick for this kit, and this actually isn't included with this kit. If you want to buy this, or if you want to add this, you will need to buy the extra two-way LED Bandai option part set, and we'll link to that below.
Okay, well we should make it very clear. This is not included.
This is not included, but they have included the ability to use this with the F91. You can see it here. They have, this is the LED pack. So they built this stand to be able to include the LED lights. So you kind of just plug in this little LED pack here on the bottom of the stand, and you can put the wires up on the inside, and this is going to end up being a bit hard to see on camera maybe, but once you turn this on,
we're seeing the lights in the back panels here.
So yeah, you get some extra lights here on the back, and the lights will also show up here. This one's going to be a bit harder to see here.
Through the mesh on the chest armor plate here. We're seeing it there as well.
So last week we also talked about those really cool looking copper metal parts that came with this kit. I thought they were molded that color, but actually as I cut them off the runners, I discovered that they were actually plated.
They're plated, okay.
But they look really cool. And
One less mystery.
They are in there. They are hiding in there. Let me turn off the lights so you can kind of see it turn on.
Yeah, we're under pretty strong lights here, so the difference is not that pronounced, but we can probably shoot some scenes in the dark, so it's much more apparent what's happening.
Yeah, see if we can get that added on into the video later. But that is pretty cool. Now, one interesting thing to know about the LED thing for this kit is that you see the wires here. It actually doesn't go into the suit.
What?
Let me show you how this works. So they give you this included stand. Let me pull off these guns here. So to get this thing lit up, you build the entire kit first.
Right.
So you can build the entire kit as it is, and you don't have to worry about...
So you're not like putting LEDs inside the actual kit?
Nope, you don't have any LEDs inside the kit itself. So to get this plugged in here, let me pull off the backpack so I can show you. And then you can see the wires here...
Yeah, they run up.
Let me turn the light off so maybe we can get a better view here. They run up to the very top of the stand, and...
That's where the light is.
The lights just stay there at the very end of the stand.
Okay, we've got two little, it's kind of hard to see, but we've got two of those little button LEDs there. So all the illumination we were seeing in the back and in the front is just this light being convected through the model.
Right? That's all it is.
Very clever.
So they've got like a clear inner structure on the inside. And that's actually where the pilot sits too on the inside here, if you can kind of see there. And then the light transmits through the suit like that. And
well, as usual, lots of neat ideas from the amazing engineers over at Bandai.
So yeah, that's really cool. You don't have to. I mean, if you are not able to get the light set like right away, because I believe currently it is on back order. So if you're not able to get it right away, you don't have to worry about like, oh, I got this kit, but I wanted to wait for the LED LED set,
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
going to wait to build it. You don't have to worry about that at
You
all.
always
You
add
can
later.
build the whole thing and just pop off the backpack and put the stand on, and then that's all you need to do.
Perfect.
That is really cool.
So I think they call that, at least in the audio industry, I think they're calling that light sculpting.
Oh.
These days where, they have the LED light bulbs, but you have all those fancy styles of headlights and taillights on cars now where they're using plastic to, direct the light in various shapes and in various ways. And so we're kind of seeing, I think, a bit of the same sort of technique being used here on this Gundam.
Indeed.
Tremendous.
It's kind of cool. Fun stuff. More
Okay.
fun stuff from Bandai.
Awesome.
This kit did indeed include this stand that it comes with, but the stand, unlike other stands that have come with previous Master Grades, there is no adjustability or flexibility with this stand. So I can't lower it down to make him actually stand on it. He will be forever hovering.
If you want him to light up.
If you want him to light up.
But I assume it would work with some of Bandai's other accessories for posing and stands.
Yeah, it will work with Action Base 1 and 4, I believe the names are. Those are too. But with the Action Base 1 and 4, you won't be able to use the LED set because it doesn't have... I mean, this LED set is basically built dedicated to work with
lots of
this.
different ways to display and enjoy.
Indeed, there are. All right, so let's go over some of the weapons here that we also have. So he is holding his beam rifle there, but we also have his beam bazooka that came with this as well. And this is pretty cool.
Hardcore.
That is hardcore as well, and I do love when weapons have multiple colors on them because they look great. And he also has these weapons, which usually plug into the back here like so, and they have the joints here so that you can swing them down under the arms.
That's how he would bring them to bear.
So, yep, he would swing them down. And let me show you on this other one while I have it off. These things open on up, and they have the handles that can pop on down. So you can, I believe that's all there is to it, is just swing it up or pull it apart and swing it down. And this Master Grade also doesn't have, aside from the thumb joint, the rest of the fingers are just fixed posed fingers that you can just pop on and off. So you don't have to worry about like the individual jointed fingers and whatnot. So
hoping for the day when they figure that technology out. They tried it for so many years and they always just keep popping off and
and then they're a bit challenging to build and they never really hold the gun that well. But maybe one of these days they'll perfect that. But I guess for the time being they decided it's not worth the effort. Let's go back to fix posed hands and just leave it there.
Okay, well, great stuff, Todd. Thanks for all the time this week to get this guy built.
Yeah, no problem at all. It was a fun build. This guy had some he's a really nice kind of like stiff kit, not like a lot of like loose flexibility to it. So it's a really solid build, and I really highly recommend this one. Probably one of the best Master Grades that I've built so far this year.
Super.
So that does it for the 2.0 F91. A really cool looking suit. And like I said, it was a great build and highly recommended. And I do believe we have plenty of that one in stock currently at the moment too. So be sure to get your orders in.
Yep.
All right. Do we have any comments?
We have a couple this week. Let's see here. We have one on May 22nd from Kaede, I guess is how we would pronounce this. Kaede says, I have the Master Grade Tall Geese Endless Waltz version,
And the yellow bits on its wings are stickers that don't work or look too good. I actually don't recall that, and I've built that kit, but I'm sure this person is accurate here. It looks like Bandai is improving their smaller scale kits faster than the larger ones. Kind of a rhetorical question there, but yeah, I mean, if you go back and watch our last episode where I talk about the tall geese and I gushed about it, for the whole episode about how amazing the technology was. Although I don't think that Bandai is necessarily focusing on the smaller kits at the expense of the larger ones. I think their technology is just constantly improving.
They are,
and it just happens right now that the real grade kits are selling great.
Right.
So that's where we're seeing them, I believe.
Yeah, I really feel they still put a lot of focus into the MG kits, like we saw with the F91. That one had a lot of great ideas and kind of gimmicks added into it. And plus, also recently, was it last year, we had that perfect grade Exia with that full LED light set. So they're not completely giving up on the larger stuff. Although I can kind of maybe see why somebody would think that, because they introduced recently that RE100 line, and that's bigger suits, but more like HG scale type of build quality, and you don't really get that fancy type of extra details.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of consumers out there who are not looking for a 25-hour project.
Right.
And even like myself, I love building all of the little itsy-bitsy parts and getting a great posable figure when I'm done. But, once I've got it done and have posed for it for a few days, and then, it kind of becomes part of the collection,
right.
Let's admit this. We're not always in there changing poses every day, right? And so for people who understand that's where they're probably headed anyway, and they don't need the gimmicks or want the gimmicks, a quick 2 to 3 hour build is probably just what they're looking for, and it's easier on the wallet, too.
That is true. True indeed. So, yeah. So they are doing some great work with the small kits, and I love 1/144 scale myself, but they haven't completely left off on the bigger stuff. No. Still great stuff coming, and great stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, isn't there a Seravee coming in real?
That's a really great. That's the next one. August release.
And I saw like the box size for that looked like it was like just as big, going to be as many parts as like a huge master grade kit or something. So
I believe, that one's
looks like it's going to be a lot of work. But oh my gosh, that's definitely going to be on my workbench too, because I've always been a fan of that design.
Okay,
that and the Sinanju.
That one for us.
And the Sinanju,
yeah,
great stuff.
Looking forward to that.
One other comment came in, a Momentai. Momentai said on, this would be the 21st of May, Scott is a ball of knowledge. I'm not sure how to respond to that. I've kind of always considered myself more of a cube.
Okay,
of
so you're a bit square, you say, I guess?
Thank you. Well, I don't know, with a head like this, I think ball might be a more accurate phrase. Well, anyhow, Momentai, well, thank you very much for your comment, I'm not embarrassed of my age or where I've been. I'm 53 years old, so I've had a few years to acquire a tidbit or two of trivia along the way.
But I'm
happy to share. It's great fun.
I really do think a lot of people love to watch because you do have a lot of stuff to say, a lot of knowledge, and it's fun for the viewers to see and for them to learn. Lots of stuff.
Thank you.
Learn.
I'm humbled. I'm blushing as the camera shows.
Okay, so I think that about does it for us and the comments this week. But we do have,
of course,
a 2,000 yen HOJ store credit giveaway to do. And where is our fancy gift certificate? There we go. Thank you very much.
And the lucky winner
And the lucky winner is, thanks to Random Number Generator, has chosen comment number 49. And this is CL Purpose. Maybe that CL stands for clear purpose. CL Purpose. And you said, appropriately enough, I like to win that 2,000 yen store credit.
Well...
Well,
you like because you win. There you go.
You do win, and we will be contacting you shortly on
Congratulations,
HobbyLink.tv. That is indeed. All right, and also, if you too out there would like to win 2,000 yen HobbyLink Japan store credit, all you need to do is go to Gunpla TV episode number 275 and post a comment.
Please do.
Please do.
Especially if they're about me and they're positive.
That's right.
Keep it up.
Positive comments are always appreciated. All right. Well, I think that about does it for us this week then, doesn't it?
Thanks for watching as always, and we'll be back soon with another episode.
That's right. And please remember that you can find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr. And, of course, we are brought to you by HobbyLink Japan, HLJ.com. So please remember to buy your stuff from us to help support us. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we hope you have a great week.
じゃあね。またね。